inspires me?
Yeah.
Wow, lots of things. It's so many things. It's hard to even to say. Well, obviously movies inspire me. Mythology inspires me. Meeting new people and going new places, like coming here to Russia. Oh my gosh, there's so much inspiration to be had here, because it's so different. I mean, like for instance, like if I live in Los Angeles, right? The oldest thing in Los Angeles is probably 170 years old at the most, right? But here, there's stuff that's like 9,000 years old. Oh my gosh, there's real history here. And you look around and you see it, and it's just amazing. So the last 2 days that I've been here, I've just been walking around. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. so yeah, that's wow. Well, I mean, it's hard to say, but obviously the Basil Cathedral, St. Basil Cathedral, is pretty impressive. The whole history of Red Square and how it came about and the stories about it, absolutely fantastic. Like the stories of when Napoleon came, right, and it blew off his hat. I thought that was awesome. Do you know that story?
Yeah.
That and or like when they were going to put all the TNT around the St. Basil's and it rained and put it out. Those are amazing. Why haven't they made those into movies? Or have they and I missed them? Well, yeah, there's a number of things. The first place is I just recede right into my mind. So there's that. I have a very active imagination, and I will disappear. My wife will look at me and go like, "Oh, he's off daydreaming again. Let's leave him alone." I like for that. It's going to sound strange, but other than like hanging around my family and my dogs, which is great. But believe it or not, I like hanging around my students and my faculty. We have a really great little family at New York Film Academy, and my animation group, and we go out and we go out to dinner together. We go bowling. We do karaoke. And we're not just there at work, but we go out and we play together too. And I think that's really a really great moment, and that also inspires me. So I love the Oregon coast, and I also like the Columbia River. The Columbia River separates Washington State from Oregon State, and there's parts around the Columbia River that are just beautiful. It's like being in Lord of the Rings. There's some waterfalls and wonderful trees. Yeah, beautiful. Wow, what shapes? For me, it's not. For when I think of Russia, I don't really think of shapes. I think of colors. I think of red.
Oh, wow!
And the beautiful color red, and the color of love. Red obviously conjures up the color of love and deep personal emotions, emotions of family and friends. That's of kindred spirits. That's and also. I like to say that if you ask a Chinese person, any one of them, their favorite color is red too, because red is the lucky color in China. So it's love, it's lucky. It just encompasses so many things, and that's when I think of Russia. I think of that. Happiness, well, that's a long one. And I'll try not to break down in tears. The universe, well, how do I even start this? I'm going to burn up a lot of film doing this. So I think the universe in the whole is a playful place, and that we need to look at the universe in that sense. There's so many times where we consider life as a journey. We're always on this journey to this destination. We're always trying to get somewhere, and we forget on that journey. Sometimes we forget to sing and to dance, and that's where we need to find our happiness. For instance, we don't, we work, but like if analogy, like music and dance, you don't work the piano and you don't work the violin. You play the piano and you play the violin, and the point, if it's like a journey, the point of playing music is not to get to the end as fast as possible, but the point of the music is the music. And like dancing, the point of dancing is not to get to that final spot on the dance floor. The point of dancing is the dance. And we forget that because we're always being told that life is a journey, and we have, we go to school and then we get good grades, and we go to the new school and we get better grades, and then we get a career, and finally when we're in our 40s we've arrived, right? And then we realize that we don't feel much different than we did before. And then we start saving for retirement, and then when we're 65 or whenever we retire, and we realize that we missed it, that there really isn't a difference, and that we forgot to dance and we forgot to sing. And so that's what we need to do for happiness, is don't forget to stop and to dance and to sing. Oh, I don't think I could tell you.
That is something that it's not so intimate.
Well, yeah, I'll try not to do that. Well, yeah, no, if I had to do it all over again, and I knew what I knew now, I would probably make more movies and go into directing movies, because I didn't really figure out how movies were made until I was in my 40s, and all of a sudden I read this book by a brilliant guy named Bruce Bloch called The Art of Visual Storytelling, and it all kind of came together, and I said, oh man, I want to go make movies now. But if I were to do it over, I would probably do that, but I would still do the monsters, because I'd make monster movies. So.